Well, there's a lot of good schools in the international market, if you can use the word market. There's schools that have been established for hundreds of years that are producing great dancers. I think our school is special because we're very closely connected to the Royal Winnipeg Ballet Company. Right now, 78% of the Royal Winnipeg Ballet Company comes from the school, and we continue to support the company, and as the school develops, the company can develop further as well. And so we have this very special connection between all parts of our organization. We have a recreational school that has 1,000 students in it as well, and we all feed off of each other, and we're very closely integrated, and we have huge potential to develop and grow because of that infrastructure.
Developing all the artists, so we're talking about dancers, but not only dancers. School has developed teachers. School has developed a wonderful new director in Arlene Minkhorst. In fact, the director of the Royal Winnipeg Ballet Company was once my student, and for which I'm very proud. And of course, the winnings of Evelyn Hart at the Varna dance competition in 1980, which really was the Olympics of dance at the time. We went as observers and came back as winners, and that was really a high point for the school at that time. And of course, the great support that we received when we were able to build a residence here in Winnipeg for our students to come from other parts of the world and Canada was wonderful. But mainly speaking, for me, it's just the fact that the school is generating a whole cluster of wonderful artists, and by that I mean teachers, dancers, designers, choreographers. Mr. Jordan Morris, who's presently doing Moulin Rouge, was from the school as well. Mark Godden, who's internationally known as a choreographer. So for me, it was a cluster of artists, and I find that artists really do bounce off each other. Being by yourself is wonderful if you have all kinds of ideas, but you know you can't do it alone, so you need the support of all these other wonderful artists. And I think that's, for me, the highest point of all.
That's hard because every day is a gift. I think one of my most special highlights was the day that I was in class with Mr. Moroni, my very first summer here. And I sort of connected. I was at the back of the room and just sort of watching what everybody else was doing, and I thought I really wanted to be part of what was here. I wanted to be working with this man. And I knew that this was my place. That was really, really special because I'd been looking for it for a while. I think every time I walk into a class and I see a young person who's taken the next step to challenge themselves, that's totally thrilling. I just received a phone call today from the artistic staff that are on the audition tour, and they found a young child that they just thought was gorgeous and had lots of potential, and that's always very exciting.
That it continues to do what it has been doing all these years for ages to come.
It's really important for the school to continue to bring in international guest teachers, to challenge the teachers and the students and the artists within the school with what is happening outside, while we're honoring what we've been doing here and working so closely to do. It's really important for the students to have the opportunity to work with current choreographers. We're very fortunate at the Royal Winnipeg Ballet School that many of the artistic staff choreograph and have talent and an ability in that. But it's also important for the students to have the exposure to work with someone new that they've never worked with before. In their profession, that's what they will be doing when they join a company. If it's anywhere in the world, they'll be working with lots of new people and having to adapt and produce work without a lot of prep time. And so we want to be able to challenge the dancers in the school to do that as well. And that requires money for us to be able to bring in repertoire and choreographers and teachers from around the world. Well, I think anybody who loves art and anybody who loves young people will love us because that's what we do. We're working with young people and we're developing artists, and if that's something that's close to your heart, then I think the young people who give so much of themselves will really value your gift, and it will be something that can be shared for generations.